Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Cookie Run Kingdom. So, I'm gonna be honest, I decided to do a couple of these videos today because, you know, just like to get stockpiled, and I was actually gonna record a bit earlier, then I got distracted by playing video games. I may or may not be addicted to Team Fortress 2. Anyway, with that being said, we're gonna go back into the world exploration of plumbing Beast-Yeast, not Crispy area, or what is this called? Crispia? Crispia, yeah. We're going back in here, and I'm actually terrified because apparently oh yeah, this is the normal version. Sorry, I made a video on that before. We're going to, how do I set this? Oh, it's because I gotta go to the world map, then go to level 2. There we go. I got confused. But we're going back here, and I'm terrified because apparently we have to do a quiz show in regards to, I guess the whole thing going on around here with the circus antics and stuff. And I have no idea what Shadow Milk Cookie has pulled up their sleeves, but it terrifies me to think about. But with that being said, if you want to leave your questions and comments down in the comment section below for me to read on these videos, then feel free to do so. It could be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. Doesn't really matter, because as long as we're having a fun time at the end of the day, and we appreciate being around each other from community to creator, and creator to community, that's what matters the most. So, with that being said, I'll also be trying to read comments from the video, White Lily Cookie quote story and upgrading, which quickly we'll just start off with two quick ones, with one saying, from Shafir Raganasakov saying, hey HyperHimes, if you were given an offer from Dark Cacao to learn the way of the swords, will you or will you prefer another type of weapon? I probably would say yes, because, like, swords are probably the most common type of weapon that you can go up against, to be fair. Then again, if I could learn to go up against any sort of weapon, it would probably be the gun. Which, I guess in this universe, it would actually be the bow and arrow, but, yeah, because you can never predict to, shield something that's quite far away and ranged. So, you need to really cover all of your bases. Anyway, another comment from Chris04 says, comment question, White Lily is really amazing and calm. Her skill is crazy, and I think by the time you read this, you might already notice that she got a buff after the part 2 update. Also, how's your day? My day so far has been doing pretty okay, honestly. Like, it's literally like 12 o'clock p.m. by the time I'm reading this right now. It just transferred over 1 second ago. So honestly, we're doing pretty good for the most part. However, now we're going to go through some of these levels, which hopefully we can vibe with all the chaos, because let's be honest, I gotta try and vibe with it. Oh boy, here we go.
So, you all remember the Fool King who arrogantly thought he'd be able to stop the 5 great cookies. Thing is, he wasn't alone in his foolishness. Allow me to introduce the false heroes who were even more foolish to follow him.
I know it's gonna pop up with us, but please make us look good.
Those false heroes were nothing more than petty thieves. They stole the powers of the 5 great cookies who had been sealed away so unjustly, and used these powers at whim.
Okay, never mind. These are the 5 ancients we know and love right now. Alright.
Any conflict can be resolved through conversations.
Is that a quote? I know that's a quote from him, but did they just take that quote and speed it up? Oh boy. Well, to be fair, they got his face accurate. I at least agree with him on that. Pretty angry.
Raise your cup.
Yeah, that. You know, I'm trying to be mad at this, but like, how are you not entertained by this? And the face matches too. A little bit anger.
All that glitters belongs to me.
Yeah, that's straight up a quote from her, and also for some reason her tongue is out, or maybe that's her. No, that's definitely the tongue. And Sad Girl.
Cookies, so fragile.
Another quote from her. Yeah, those are good cutouts.
Now, for the first question. Out of these false heroes, which one is only half a cookie? Choose your answer carefully, and don't forget, time is ticking.
Half a cookie?
Well, that's obviously White Lily, right?
He must mean...
White Lily Cookie, don't pay it too much thought.
That's right. He's messing with you.
I'm sure it's a trick question anyway.
I mean, to be fair, which other cookie's a half cookie, to be fair? Like, there's only like one reasonable answer to that. There's the paper airplanes. Okay, it's a good thing that we have these Heelys here.
No. You've had plenty of time to think. Your final answer.
We were too busy fighting. That doesn't count.
None of them!
Bzz, wrong! Let the punishment ensue! Now, who wants to be crumbled first?
The right answer is all of them.
Ring ding ding! Did you hear that? A correct response from a sharp audience! My, I'll let you advance to the next round.
Okay, I gotta be honest with you. I actually would not have said that. Because technically, he is actually correct. Because there's... because... What? How do I say this? The 5 ancients that we know right now only have somewhat of the soul gem, while majority of the other parts belong to the old virtue ancient beast plebs. So they're only like part of them. He's not referring to when White Lily split into Dark Enchantress. He's referring to the soul gems.
How did you know?
Of the powers of the original 5 cookies, only the purest uncorrupted fragments were remade into our soul gem, which means to Shadow Milk Cookie, all of us are merely halves.
Well deduced.
Well, it's a good thing that we didn't take the Dark Enchantress cookie route with White Lily cookie. That's actually a little bit more calming to think about.
Put your guard down.
Thank you for that. Anyway, with that being said, let's go through a few more comments, because there's actually a solid amount in this video, which makes sense because it's about White Lily Cookie. We're probably going to have to go through another quiz show section, so that's great. But the fake Shocker left a comment saying, White Lily Cookie's the best. Proud of you for saying that, that's cool. There's a few comments from Smart and Smarl, with one saying, oh my, White Lily Cookie appears. But anyway, hope the next update will be good in my opinion. I haven't seen all of it in my opinion, but to be fair, I think it is pretty good with the story, because it expands more on Shadow Milk Cookie and his powers. Also, your other comment says, oh gosh, hope she never lied to us. Dark Enchantress Cookie was hidden. Pure Vanilla Cookie misses her so much. I mean, technically, Dark Enchantress Cookie was never hidden. I mean, I guess at some point she was, but still. Also, there's a comment from Ski Storm saying, I heard that voice talking to Shadow Milk Cookie, maybe good half is still alive within his corrupted version. Kind of like with White Lily, they still exist, tapping into his mind with the corruption that gains sentience. I wish I could understand that a bit more, but the grammar was kind of like chopped up in that, but I think I know what you're saying? I think? I don't know. I know you're kind of referring to the fact that like, oh, maybe the Soul Gem, it still holds its, it can still contact him. Because right now it's just being manipulated by Shadow Milk Cookie, because, you know, since Shadow Milk Cookie also holds the Soul Gem, because like I mentioned before, they're both halves, of course they could both communicate with each other, but they just, of course, they wouldn't try and communicate each other for the greater good, obviously, because Shadow Milk Cookie bad. How else can I say that? Shadow Milk equal bad pleb. But whatever the case is, that was actually a really quick level, surprisingly. So, let's go through a little bit of a longer comment from Matuez Listwan saying, the most interesting thing about the White Lily in her relationship with the other ancients is that they are still friends but different with Dark Enchantress. Golden Cheese would absolutely murder Dark Enchantress if she wasn't White Lily. Dark Cow reassures they're friends despite the whole Dark Chocolate drama. Pure Vanilla wants to get her therapy, and Holly Berry is therapy. What? Pure Vanilla wants to get her therapy, and Holly Berry is therapy? I mean, to be fair, I could see them as being good friends, but like, what? I'm not sure if that's what you mean by that, but just saying Holly Berry is therapy is actually kind of funny. Anyway, oh wow, more of this stuff. Is there any other quiz that you're trying to get to us? There's supposed to be another round, which I understand the final round is supposed to be like, it just makes sense. It's gotta be just be Shadow Milk going like, surprise, you're all going to die. They're gonna pull like a Portal 2 on us. Like, I'm sorry, but it's just going to happen.
Shall be remembered for
anywho,
centuries to
let's just go through here. But I'm pretty sure the next area is going to be a cutscene of sorts. I'm pretty sure. What? No, we just need to get to 224. But we got to get through 221 first. So, honestly, quickly, I'm probably going to read a common question of the day, because for all I know, it's probably going to transfer into some long sorts of cutscenes and stuff. And we just need to get through it. So for a common question of the day, considering that I'm recording this after Valentine's Day, I'm just gonna generally ask, like, how was your Valentine's Day? Like, how was it? Like, maybe it was a little bit more boring, or was it a little bit more, you know, interesting? Maybe there was a little bit of a cool stuff that you did that day. Like, for example, mine wasn't exactly eventful, I would say, from my experience. But the thing is, a cool thing that happened that day was on Comic Studio, Syrupy made these little Comic Studio like Valentine's cards that you can actually easily edit. So I made my own version, and I actually made those and posted those on the same time as Valentine's Day. And also my mom actually got me these as like a late birthday gift, but they're still cool to get on Valentine's. It was a really cool bag of like the 100 grand chocolate bars, which if you don't know, it's plumbing like Crunch Bar, like caramelly chocolate goodness, which is probably one of the best candy bars you could ever have. And I'm kind of glad that they're not super mainstream in comparison to like Butterfingers and Kit Kats and Hershey's, because that just means it's more for me. But yeah, just be sure to tell me down in the comments below, because I'd be interested. And also, my lover got me something, and I want to get something for my lover, but I'm waiting for them to move to a different house because they're actually moving very soon. So I want to make sure that when I ship them the item that they want to get, I'm just gonna make sure that they they get it at the new location, so nothing gets messed up through shipping. Because the last thing that I want to do is use money and spend it on someone that I love, and they get nothing in return. That would just be depressing. But luckily, that's not gonna happen now, because right now we're focusing on this. And I'm just waiting for the stuff to go down. We're going through these levels rather quickly, I gotta be honest. Like, surprisingly, we haven't ran to, like, one little interesting question thing yet, which is kind of shocking, but also kind of scares me because I don't know what's gonna be building up. Anything here? No, it's just another... Well, I do notice that apparently everything around us is slowly burning a lot. Have you noticed the fire? The fire and the flowers just burning? This whole entire place is being destroyed. This is, like, sad. But then again, for a place like this, how could I expect anything less? But whatever. Anyway, yeah, I kind of read that pretty early. That's pretty nice. But
and sing
at this point,
victory.
it might take only like maybe 2 more videos, depending on how much story there is. Might only take like 2 more videos to like get all this stuff done. But I guess the biggest liar. This is probably going to lead to a cutscene, so I may as well read a few comments before I get into that. There's something in my blibbing mouth. Gross. It's probably like a piece of fruit or something. I don't know. Anyway, okay, there's a few comments from an idiot. One saying, I'm doing some comment testing by making sure on the last comment. I mean, I don't know why commenting needs to be a super competitive game. It's just so I can communicate with you all better. Another comment from you says, I'm freezing and I got FQ Crystal Jam to level 20. Well, that's gonna really help you admit. That's a level 20 Crystal Jam. That's really good. Another comment you left is, I should get some sleep, but I won't. Don't be like me. Don't be like me, get some sleep. Fix your sleeping schedule. I promise you, it'll be worth it in the long run. And also, Sonic Gamer left a comment saying, she's so pretty. Oh, that's sweet to hear. Thank you for saying that. Alright, this is probably going to lead to a bad cutscene, so that's going to be great. So, let's see how Shadow Milk Cookie's going to mess with our minds this time, because I guarantee you, it's going to be non-consensual, and I'm going to hate it. Here we go.
Next question. Oh, I love it. It's about me. Please do your best to get it right this time. And if you don't, you, of course, will be punished. Out of these 3 cookies, who is the biggest liar?
Could it be, could it be the cookie who is literally, their power is to lie? And is it also the cookie who happens to have sparkles around their body? I don't know about you all, I'm pretty sure I have a hunch.
Remember, your time is running out, so don't think for too long.
This is easy. It's Shadow Milk Cookie. Who else?
Oh no, that's too easy.
The biggest liar.
Well. Have you tried being honest with yourself for once?
Pure vanilla cookie. Come on. We must persevere.
I persevere after this motorcycle passes by.
Yes.
Alright, so we're gonna have to go through these bucket loads of enemies, which they also have little cardboard spears, which to be fair, I don't think those would hurt us. But to be fair, considering that they're cardboard, who knows what they're capable of. Never judge a cardboard by its board card. What? I don't know.
Well then, are you ready? What's your answer?
Come on, just repeat after me. Shadow.
The biggest liar is me. Pure vanilla cookie.
Pure vanilla cookie? What are you saying?
It's correct, isn't it?
Unbelievable! You got it right again! Ring ding ding! That pure vanilla cookie knows this thing. I'm impressed, I must say. Indeed, what is pure, unquestionable truth if not deceit? A hero pretending to hold the power of truth? That's gotta be the worst liar of all.
I'm gonna yank your hair and try and think that it's a hat so you can go bald.
Why? Why do you keep going after Pure Vanilla Cookie? I am your target. The guardian of the seal. Just focus on me.
Oh, please, spare me such silly questions. Pure Vanilla Cookie is your weak spot after all. Look at you, half a cookie ridden with guilt and unresolved emotions. Do you really believe you're in the right to wield the power of the Guardian? But patience, we will get to you soon enough. For our last question, it's all about you.
Yeah, I had a feeling it's gonna be about White Lily. I guarantee you, it's gonna have something to do with White Lily
The
Cookie and Dark Enchantress
stars are
Cookie.
singing of
Now,
our victory.
best case scenario, he keeps memeing about like you're just half cookies, and then hear me out. White Lily and Pure Vanilla do a smoochie, and then they become one whole cookie. Because half and half, you know what you get when you make two halves? You get a whole thing. And then Shadow Milk's like, wait, what? This isn't a part of the script. And then we just body him. We just slam his face against the floor. So we'll probably do like, I don't know, surprisingly like 2 more levels maybe, considering that we're actually getting very close to the end of the story. I guess it depends. But also in the meantime, let's also read some comments while I go through this level if there's going to be no cutscene that's involved. Probably not. But there's only not many comments left, honestly. Unless, okay, yeah, no cutscene story this time. There's a comment from AGamer360, one saying comment question of the day. Well, White Lily has great design, but everything else added to this update should have gotten a few months polish. I'm actually curious as what you mean is by like a few months polish. Like, do you mean the story, or do you like mean like the design of the other beasts or something like that? Because I can understand why White Lily would be good, but I'm actually curious as what you mean by the other things in the update. But you do have another comment saying, I'm gonna be honest, White Lily should have released for the 4th anniversary or later. We just had Golden Cheese and not White Lily. I get the Devsisters wanted to release her now because they were in desperate times, and needed desperate measures. But the additions like the Beast-Yeast is basically pure F2P unfriendly, and the fact that they release piss versions of the legendary costumes basically prove that the point that Devsisters is trying hard to milk White Lily's popularity. Honestly, I half agree with you on that. I primarily think that the reason why they released White Lily Cookie was kind of just for the fact that like everyone's been asking for it for so long, and I knew that if they didn't get them now, they weren't going to get them for a while. And I kind of understand that. We just got Golden Cheese, so it makes sense, which personally I believe Golden Cheese is way more hyped up than White Lily. But which technically maybe that could be wrong. That could be wrong to other people because, you know, White Lily, Dark Enchantress storyline. But the thing is, I do agree with the Beast-Yeast and also the Mystic costumes. Like, if you just remove those, I guarantee you, like, this update would be the complete same. Like, I barely touched Beast-Yeast. I don't really care. Like, I like the new legendary costumes for both the cookies, but the Mystic costumes are kind of, like, overkill in my opinion. Like, I think they are very, like, heavy, like, free-to-play. I'm free-to-play disastrous, and by pay-to-play friendly. But it's just kind of ridiculous in my aspect. But I do agree with where you're coming from. But anyway, we're just gonna go through like 1 more level, maybe 2 more. I guess it depends, because we're actually getting very close to the end of this part of the story, which makes me curious as to how all this is gonna end up at the end. But just get rid of these plebs. They do a lot of damage, and I'm also barely using my sword. I should probably heal it up a little bit earlier there, but yeah, whatever. Or later, I mean. But with that being said, there's actually not many more comments I can read on this video. There's only like 2 more I think I can read. So we'll probably get maybe 1 more level done. If it is a cutscene level, I'll probably save it for another video. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we'll probably do this, and then we'll end it. But let me first read this comment from Starry TV, which it's actually spelled ST4RRY TV, saying, a lonely detail that some people notice on how White Lily's animation is when you pick her up is almost identical to the one of Dark Enchantress's animations. Both cookies sit in their skull, flower wand, hands either side, and legs dangling off the edge and looking pretty confident. I'd even say it's the most confident we've ever seen White Lily Cookie so far. I suppose some of White Lily's habits are persisting in Dark Enchantress Cookie. Well, honestly, I think it's just a neat little touch in regards to animation because, you know, you have her sprite of when picking her up kind of referencing Dark Enchantress Cookie, which is actually a really sweet detail. So it's small details like that kind of make me appreciate what Devsisters does, especially in regards to the animation department with little references and stuff. And by the way, have you noticed now everything back in the background? It's like all the fires just like, it's doused. Like, it's completely like ash-ridden. Like, it's all just depressing now. But whatever, we should still be fine. After this stage, we'll end the video, and then we'll just end it off on 1 more comment, because there's only 1 more available. There we go. That level's done, and...
You have a real wizard here.
Thank you very much. Well, obviously, I know it's you. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. After next time that we go through this, we should be able to get through the rest of this story and see what comes up after that. But the last comment I will read for right now comes from Princely the First, saying, comment question of the day. In my opinion, she has a cool design and all the thing, a cool design and all. The only thing I find interesting is that she's a bomber, not a support. I mean, fine either in all. It's just intriguing to me. Plus, I like her story and how they managed to put more depth into Dark Enchantress Cookie's origin story. Yeah, that's another thing I don't understand. Why is she a bomber? She would make so much more support. It would make so much more sense if she was either like a support or an ambushed or something along those lines. I don't know. Just kind of weird, but whatever, it's just a Devsisters thing. You can't really explain what Devsisters does anymore. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here. So if you enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my Kick Around content, and if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. Also, down below in the description, you'll see links to all my social media, including a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I can get the Kick Around new 2 stuff for absolutely free, a link to my Discord server called the Hypenese Hub, a link to my merchandise where you can buy stuff to represent the channel, and lastly, a link to my Ko-fi where for just $1 a month, you can see exclusive content that you wouldn't normally see in my normal YouTube channel. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese!